Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one, as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next, Luis Severino is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Yanks. What's your take on him, Dan?
Thanks, Matty. Luis Severino, big arm, 97 to 100 miles an hour, bounce between the rotation and the bullpen. Good hard slider. His changeup's getting better. The true definition of an ace.
Into the box now, number 52, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Number 52.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And we are underway from Seattle as the first pitch of the afternoon misses for ball one. 1-1 to the Marlins leadoff hitter. The temperature here at first pitch, a very seasonal 63 degrees this afternoon. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Severino, he's the kind of pitcher that a lot of pitching coaches and managers really appreciate, and that he rarely issues the free pass. He's a strike thrower.
Yeah, Matty V, and I think every pitching coach and every manager loves to have a guy like this on his staff. He won't beat himself. He'll make you put the ball in play, and he's not afraid to get his defense allowed. He's a pitch-to-contact guy, and that's one of the keys why he's been able to be such a good pitcher at this level.
Digging in, JT Realmuto. High in the air down the right field line. And foul. Now the 0-1. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. And set up behind the dish is Eric Summersgill, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
You know what, Dan? I'm always baffled when Eric Summersgill's behind the dish, because he has a tendency to favor one side of the plate.
You know, that's one of the things I think pitchers get a little bit frustrated with the E-train at times. It's like, hey, if you're going to give me that inside quarter, give it to me, but don't keep moving the dish around on me all game.
And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
And Hicks will settle under this one for the second out. Striding in, Brian Anderson. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Now a fastball to start things out. Didn't miss by a lot, but it's 1-0. A bouncer to the left side. Andahar brings it in. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Miami down in order, and now the Bombers will get their shot. No score. Dan Straley is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Marlins. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Dan Straley's bounced around for a little while, but he's a four-pitch guy. Fastball, curveball, slider, changeup. Not an overpowering pitcher. Needs all four of his pitches. If he has that good changeup, he could be really tough.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he lays off for ball one. Two balls and a strike now to the Yankees leadoff man. Batter pitcher numbers against Dan Straley. He's 1 for 5. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Outside and a full count, 3-2.
Looked to me like he tried to do way too much on that 2-2 pitch. You don't have to come into the zone on that count, but a pitch that far outside isn't going to tempt anyone to swing.
And he takes ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here in the home half of the first in a scoreless ball game.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
Here's big Aaron Judge. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. He's running. Pitch outside. The throw. Not in time as he steals second. Gardner leads off second with nobody out. Might have been ball 3 there, but he couldn't resist trying to pull that thing. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. This is in the air out to right field. Right fielder is on the run. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and head for third. And he'll make it up to third safely here with one away. And now is the Yankees DH, Giancarlo Stanton. First trip to the plate for him in this one, and it's a good RBI spot, too. Leadoff man at third with one down. Swing and a miss on a ball inside, 0-1.
Now you could tell right there that curveball had some serious depth to it. That's what separates the good ones from the bad ones. That nasty spin rate, get that downward action. You even get a star player like this swinging at something in the dirt.
He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third. Striding forward now, the Yankee cleanup hitter, Didi Gregorius. Here comes the first pitch. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Waiting on it, the right fielder, and that retires the side. Stepping into the box, Derek Dietrich. He'll get us started in the top of the second. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Well, fans of the art of pitching are in for a treat. One of the game's big-time flamethrowers faces a top craftsman here today.
And you're going to see two different mindsets from both offenses, Dan. Facing the power guy, he's going to come at you. He's going to pitch to his strengths and not your weakness. And on the flip side, the finesse guy is going to try and keep everyone off balance. And I want to see what off-speed pitch he has working.
You know, Dero, that's one of the beautiful things about the game of baseball. Good pitchers come in all different shapes and sizes, and they come with all different type of weapons. We're going to see one flamethrower and one guy that throws below the speed limit.
Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second. Stepping up now, Starlin Castro. Here comes the first pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Judge is under it. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. Throw won't get him. Martin Prado now. He's assuming the role of DH in this interleague matchup.
Yeah, Matt, that's one of the funny things about National League teams playing in AL ballparks. All of a sudden, the lineup kind of changes dramatically. But the cool thing is it gives more guys a chance to get some at-bats or time in the field.
Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2. Digging in, number 44 will take his first hacks here.
Number 44.
And a ball 1-0. And the fastball hitting 93 on the gun. It's 1-1. And he takes a called strike 2.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive in a run. Gonna have to make something happen with 2 strikes now.
Men on third with 2 down. Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Next for New York, Aaron Hicks. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
Center fielder, Aaron Hicks.
Hit in the air down the left field line. Left fielder giving chase. A dive, but it's off his glove. And the Yankees are in business here. It's a leadoff double.
Well, unfortunately, being close isn't quite good enough most of the time. Loved the effort in the outfield, and he was close to making that play, but instead it's a double. That's a risky play, though. Could have been a lot worse than a double.
Here's Miguel Andujar now, and he'll hit with a chance to push across the game's first run.
Yeah, great RBI opportunity here, but at the very least, he needs to find a way to advance that runner to third. Small things like that in a tight game can make a big difference.
You pull a fastball like that, you got to tell yourself to slow it down a little bit, play more gap to gap, and keep that front shoulder square, pointed towards the pitcher. That'll keep everything on plane.
1-2 now. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
So he got him swinging. Miguel Andujar is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. First pitch on its way. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. The 0-1 pitch. In the dirt here. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. And he lays off the breaking ball there as he moves ahead to 2-1. Hicks, the runner at second with 1 away. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work. Into the box now, Luke Voigt. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here's the first pitch to him. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. This is foul for the first strike. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Bottom of the second here with no score. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2.
He still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds that pitch because it'll be important for him.
Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. More baseball on MLB Network. right after this. Welcome back to this presentation of Major League Baseball on MLB Network from Seattle. All set now for the top of the third in this one.
Leading off for the Marlins.
And next to the plate will be J.T. Riddle. First delivery to him on the way. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Missed with a slider.
This at bat sets up really good right here, right? Hasn't seen a fastball yet, but now he gets the count at 2 balls and no strikes. He has to be looking for a fastball right here.
Lewis Brinson is on deck. 3-1 to the Marlins middle infielder. And there's a called strike at the knees as he was hoping for a base on balls there, but it's a full count now. 3-2. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Judge is under it. 1 out. And that'll bring in the multi-dimensional Lewis Brinson. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Now this is swung on, and here's another fly ball out to right field. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Ready for another chance. Number 52, 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Liner toward right center. And the Marlins had their first hit of the game. Digging in to try it again. J.T. Realmuto flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. 1 ball, no strikes to count. And that one just missed outside.
This is why I love having athleticism and speed on your team. You can tell the runner on first base is certainly messing with the mechanics of the pitcher.
Now the 2-1 pitch. In there. Now the throw. Way late, and he's in there easily at second. 3rd inning, no score to this point. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And this is going to be a fair ball as it'll head to the corner. He's in at second safely as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play. Stepping up to the plate, Brian Anderson. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Tried to hold back, but this is popped up. Andujar is there, and the side is retired. Stepping in, Gleyber Torres. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Number 25.
And that's by him. It's 0-1. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. Check swing as he pops this one onto the right side. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Here's Brett Gardner now. Second trip to the plate for him. He drew a leadoff walk in the home first.
Hey, going back to his first at-bat, that was a terrific at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches, and one of the things you want to do is try to drive that pitch count up early on the starting pitcher.
The 1-1. He's in there for strike number 2. One out, nobody on. And now a slider in there for a called 3rd strike, and there are 2 gone now. Now at the plate, Aaron Judge. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch hack in here, and that's the 1st strike.
Stay on the attack if you're the pitcher right here. You know who's lurking, 3, 4, 5, and you'd love to see that number 3 hole hitter lead that next inning off.
Count now, a ball and a strike. The 1-1. Misses for the second ball.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
And a breaking ball stays outside. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all. Giancarlo Stanton now looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. First pitch on its way. Fouled off. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2.
That's a great job of keeping your hands back. You could tell he was totally fooled. His hip started leaking a little bit, but he was able to stay strong enough with his hands not to overcommit.
Can't connect there. It's 2-2. That misses, and it's going to set up a big pitch now. 3-2.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
And he fouls this one off. Judge leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Here's a fly ball, well hit. And it is troubled. It finds the gap for extra bases. And the tying run is in to score all the way from first.
When this thing left his bat, I started thinking it might have enough to get out of here. Didn't quite carry enough, but it does one hop the wall off the track, and he cruises into second with an RBI 2-bagger. You'll take that every day of the week.
Here's Didi Gregorius. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Well, he's got a base open to use right here, and it looks like he might not be afraid to do that by the way he's pitching it.
The 2-0 on the way. He's in there for strike 1. Now the 2-1 pitch will not catch the zone. Ball 3.
You can bet he's salivating a little in the box right now. He likes to drive in runs, and he's got a great situation and count to do that right here.
A little bouncer. That winds up foul. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. The 3-2 one more time. Locks him up for strike 3. Ready now for the Marlins. Derek Dietrich. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
Hey, that's a really good pitch right there, and that's one of those off-balance swings. As a pitcher, you want to look in and say, howdy, if you're waving at me. A real ugly swing, and it gives you a lot of confidence when you make a guy look that bad. So hopefully he has another pitch left in his repertoire to bury this guy and get him out of there.
The next 0-2. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Swing and a ball yanked down the right field line. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now. Around second now and headed for third. And he is into third with a leadoff triple.
Other than a home run, there aren't a whole lot of better ways to start an inning than a triple. Pretty good chance of at least getting one run in this inning now.
And he'll start him with a slider that's taken down and away for ball one.
A great take on that slider away right there. But I'm thinking in that situation, that pitcher's got to execute a little bit better. That was almost a non-competitive pitch. Being outside, you could almost have let that one go right out of his hand.
Catch is made here in right, and here comes the runner from third. And he will score as that run breaks the tie and makes this a 2-1 ball game. First pitch coming. Here it is. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball one.
Clean slate on the base pass after that sac fly a minute ago, so now's the time to be aggressive with these hitters. Go right after them and try to get out of this inning with only one run scored.
And that's the second out.
Now batting.
Stepping in, number 44. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch is a slider called for a strike. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
I'm no hitting expert, but you can't take a swing that's a whole lot more uglier than that one.
Into center field, line drive base hit. Some success with 2 away, and the top of the fourth is still alive. Striding into the box, JT Riddle. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. No balls and a strike to count. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. And that misses. 2-1. 2 out with the man at first. And it's an even count of 2-2 to JT Riddle. Here's a little chopper up the middle. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired.
Leading off the fourth for the Yankees, center fielder, Aaron Hicks.
Here comes the first pitch. And a fastball just a bit up. And a fastball just a bit high.
Seems to me like they're pitching him a little bit more cautiously after that double he had his first time up.
Swing and a little tapper, but it gets foul. Ball 3-1. Line hard toward right center. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Dan, I know you fight as an offensive player to get in a 3-1 count. What's the tension level on the mound throwing this guy a 3-1 lead?
That's one of the things you don't want to do. You have a game plan when you go into this, and the game plan normally is get ahead with strike one and make hitters expand the zone. 3-1, not a good time to throw a fastball.
Now a check swing here. Did he go around? Yes, says Freddie Ferguson down at first. Strike one. I'm set with the 0-1. Here's a swing and a ball hit into the air to left center and shallow. Number 44 is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Gary Sanchez, the American League's Silver Slugger behind the plate a year ago. Couldn't hold up on the curveball there as he went around for strike one. From the stretch. Very weakly on the ground. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. held up in time, but it's strike 3 called, and there are 2 down. Digging in now, Luke Voigt.
First baseman, Luke Voigt.
He's set. Here it comes. Line drive to left. Number 44 is there, makes the catch, and the side is at the plate. Lewis Brinson so far 0 for 1 with a flyout.
Center fielder, Lewis Brinson.
Ground ball left side. Backhanded. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting.
Back to the top of the Miami lineup now, and stepping in, number 52. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. The 1-0 home is a fastball, then off the plate for a ball. Well, now that we're midway through this one, it's safe to say that runs have been at a premium, and both starters, doing it in different ways, have turned in excellent performances.
Dan, you could speak to this. Obviously 2 different ways to skin a cat. One's a finesse guy, working all 4 quadrants, keeping guys off balance. the other a flamethrower coming right at you.
Yeah, it's been a story of like two different styles of pitchers, but both getting the same thing, both throwing strikes early, keeping the ball down in the zone. As you touched on it, there's more than one way to get around through a lineup, and we've seen one guy with power and one guy do it more skill and finesse.
Ball one. Fifth inning, 2-1 our score. And that's inside and a bit low anyways. It's 2-0. Outside, 3-0 now.
Now with the bases empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy that could ambush you and lose one over the wall.
Holds off on the slider, and that's a good idea as it's ball 4. In now, Brian Anderson. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. Not close. It's 2-0.
Well, both of those balls have been inside, so if I'm hitting, I'm looking for something I can get my arms extended on. Probably won't come back inside for a third time.
The 2-1. Ball even at 2-2. Set and the 2-2 pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Hit on the ground to third. Endujar fields it cleanly. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around. Leading off the inning. Torres, and they'll need him to get something going here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fastball runs a bit inside here. It's 1-0. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Now a curveball's in there. 1-2 now. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. So one gone in the inning now, and that'll bring in Brett Gardner. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt. The first pitch fouled away. Outside for a ball, 1-1. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. 1 run on 3 hits and 1 error on the Yankee line score so far. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. And he makes the throw to first. Gardner is retired. 2 down now. Here's big Aaron Judge. 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0. Two balls and no strikes. Outside and low, 3-0. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all. Striding forward now is the DH, Giancarlo Stanton. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Now set, here's the 0-0 pitch. And this is fouled at the plate. Now the 0-1. And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends. So here's the cleanup hitter, Derek Dietrich. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ball game. And a called strike down in the zone, 0-1. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. The 1-1 is taken for strike 2.
That's 3 straight sliders in a row. I'd be shocked. I would be shocked if he went to that well a 4th time. I'd be looking deep.